welcome to Pleasure Container with Jem and Jess. We are two best friends on a healing journey. Over our 2 decades of friendship, we have created a safe space to process our heartbreaking confusion of growing up in a harm-filled world while transforming these feelings into lessons we receive joy from. Our friendship has been a pillar in our healing journeys and ultimately is a gift we want to share with the world.
Hi, I'm Jem, a self-love coach, escort, doula trainer, and singer. That's me in the theme song. Hey! Get comfy, roll up a joint, nourish your body, and unwind with us as we share our unfiltered process, wiggling our way through this goof nugget called life. Remember, shame is a tool of the oppressor, community heals, and pleasure shows the way.
My love language is funfetti, camping and emojis, finger tats, guacamole.
Jessica.
Recording in progress. Oh my god, look at me, I look evil right now.
You don't look cool. You look like a librarian. It's amazing.
What?
You look like a librarian. It's amazing.
A naked librarian?
I didn't say naked. You said naked. But yeah, for sure. We could do it that way.
Okay, so everything you were just saying about shame was so interesting, and then we hung up for like 5 seconds, and I had him. You know what is interesting to me?
Yeah.
Because I feel like in this world of colonization, love has been interpreted in like this gender biased way where it's like women always want love and men aren't ready to receive it or whatever. One, I find that this is not true and that people feed into it, and that's something that comes up for me as like a woman body in these roles is I feel shame for even liking the other person because it feels like me like giving into this narrative. It feels like me like it's like taken away like the juiciness of it. Like I literally I was looking at that picture of cute ass little baby Nico on my phone, and there was like all this joy pouring out of me. And then all of a sudden I felt like really shameful. I was like, oh, but I shouldn't like him because this is the road to like pain and like, but that's ridiculous. Like I was feeling so joyful just moments before that thought.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that sounds like a combination of shame and also just trauma. Although I guess shame
Yeah, there's definitely
trauma response. Like, I mean, yeah, shame is evidence of where trauma was.
Yes, shame is evidence of where trauma was.
And I'm sorry for the trauma you've experienced in this area, because to be in a place where you could literally feel shame over the prospect of your love, the deepest, most authentic part of you that has to guide your whole way in the world. I mean, it's our signpost, like pointing us towards what is going to be for our evolution and to be for our well-being. And like, if that pull you feel shame over, then it prevents you. It breaks the tie between you and your greatest future. This is what I was saying before. It's such a tool of the oppressor. It's such a masterful tool of the oppressor. It costs very little to instill it in someone, but you reap great rewards as an oppressing system because people, like I said, they get trapped in their vortexes. And there's such it's such an effective and clear, straightforward strategy to remove the possibility of revolt. Because if we are not ashamed, we band together and we just change it. Like, it's not hard. We're just like, oh, it needs to be better. We're all going to help each other. We love each other. It's obvious, but shame like keeps us hidden away. It keeps us separate from each other, and it keeps us really easy to oppress.
It strips your power immediately. Like shame and power can't really exist in the same place, I don't think.
Yes. It's really painful watching people go through this who are pregnant, and who are getting so much pressure to make so many decisions, and people like there's now like been a touch barrier that they've had pretty much their whole lives that has just been, well, in good cases has just been lifted, where just strangers walk up to them and they're like violating them by touching their bodies, specifically their belly. And like that just in that causes such a deep message to be internalized. Like it's a hazing ritual that we do culturally to pregnant women to basically communicate to them all throughout the pregnancy, you do not have bodily autonomy. You do not get a say anymore of who touches your body or who doesn't, or when or why. And like that is a hazing that goes on psychologically the whole time. It's one of many things that happen to pregnant people: being given unsolicited advice, being shamed for their bodies in new ways, all these little things that were like micro, just forcing them down. By the time they get into birth and they're supposed to advocate for themselves and their medical care, they have not internalized the message that they can speak up, or that what they say matters, or that they can like have an opinion and not feel shame over it. And it's so hard watching people want something really clearly and then have people around them negating it, and then they just succumb. And it's like, there's never been a more important time in your life to listen to your intuition as this exact moment, when you are becoming a portal to the greater universe. And you deserve that. And everything you want around that experience is completely valid, you know? But it's like, if I could just really get that into like their minds and bodies, I would. I try to like give love through all 5 of the languages. Like I give people a gift when I meet them. And then like, I give so many words of affirmation. I give constant physical touch during the birth, quality time. Like I basically show up and then I'm just there as long as they need me. And like acts of service. Oh my God, taking care of like, you know, scooping their poop out of the water. Like it's real acts of service. And like, and like, I feel like I wish I had more time or could do something better or deeper or something to help people along on this journey, because the power that they get when they like really listen to what they want is amazing. And then I sit back here in my own private life and I don't always embody that. Like I try so hard and I've made a lot of strides, but like we're trying to help each other and we're both suffering, you know?
Yeah.
We're learning from each other is a better way to put it.
Yeah, I think that's that humility that grounds us too, because we can't be out here being perfect beings. Otherwise, I mean, that doesn't make sense. We're all imperfect beings. Like even the people the people that are pedestalized, like, I don't know, Dalai Lama, Sadhguru, these people they're still humans with flaws. Everyone is a human with flaws. I think it's really dangerous. And this comes back to how we were talking of this hierarchy that now exists in people. Like there is, and also this intertwines a little bit with cancel culture, like how now if some people make a mistake, oh, you're fucking canceled. It pains me. The realest thing I've ever heard, and the thing that resonates with me the most, is when someone messes up, when you take that person and you bring them to the center of people and you give them love and you recognize that what they did was wrong and you shower them with love and tell them how they're good. And when I think of like Atlantis times, like this idea in my head of this time where there's just a harmony that exists because we're in tune with each other, we're allowed silences, we're allowed breaks, we're allowed rest, we're not overproducing more than we need. It's just this time of like energetic flow throughout plants, animals, and people. And when I think of this time, I think of I kind of lost my train of thought. I was talking about what was I saying right before that?
You were saying that there's a natural flow of energy between all plants and animals and people in Atlantis.
But right before that.
Cancel culture. Hierarchy.
Oh, cancel culture. I feel like in this time of Atlantis, like in this time of like healing, like the smallest thing would like throw this off, right? So if someone in the community and like of this Atlantis time were to even speak a lie, right? Like this lie would be found out because this goes against the alignment. Like it would come out somehow, I feel like. and you would be taken to like the center and cared with love. And why did you make this lie? What are you feeling that would make you make this lie? Because it's not reflective of that singular person either. Wherever that has come from, when someone is going through times of strife or suffering or great internal struggle, it's a representation of something coming out in the entire consciousness. So it needs the support of more than the one singular person that's going through it, that only has the perspective of the emotions inside of their body. That's a little overwhelming.
What a great way to put it, that it has to do with the everything, the community, the people. And so therefore its solution lies in like the people. Of course. I mean, it makes me, of course, think of the prison systems in the US and just, yeah. I mean, Octavia Butler is a really amazing Black feminist, like sci-fi novelist that I've been really getting into recently. Everybody's told me to read her like for years, and I finally am like, okay, I'm diving in. And in one of her books called Fledgling, which was the first I read, she offers a society in which people live in massive poly family constellations that involve different family units that are all part of the same family unit, that live in like a giant house together in like a neighborhood, right? And some of the people are vampires, and some of the people are the ones that are being fed on, and they like have longer lives and get certain benefits from that. And everybody just coexists mutually, like loving this arrangement and loving each other and fucking and being happy. And then this like really racist family develops and like creates, I mean, these are major spoilers for the book, but they create a lot of harm in the community, like a lot of harm. And what happens to them is that they are convicted of their crimes. And the protagonist of the novel, who has been the one who has been most hurt by it, is like, I demand blood. Like, I want them dead. I want them destroyed. I want them absolutely fucking burnt to a crisp and buried in the fucking ground. And the community is like, we hear you, but a council of elders is like, we have to let you know that like there is a tradition to the way we do things, and what is going to happen is not going to satisfy that bloodlust. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this huge racist family that's been wreaking all this havoc and doing all the violence, and it's the worst punishment they can imagine next to death. They're going to break up that family so that they can't keep being together, creating all this harm and creating all this racist violence and creating all this war. So they take the young ones of the family and they put them into different community units where they can be raised with some safety, with some variety, with some like new thoughts that are not racist thoughts, because as a community they decide we're not going to continue in that behavior. And it's a terrible punishment for the family to be broken up, but it's absolutely a punishment that fits their crimes. And it's like this thing where everybody basically just shares the emotional labor and takes on the re-education responsibility. And what you're actually doing is you're like building and creating and crafting family.
This is Atlantis. I'm absolutely blown by this story right now.
It was, my heart was pounding to read it.
It's so fitting. That's just and fair. And that's how you deal with illness. You have to give it strength. You have to tear it apart. You can't give it its power.
That makes me think of physiotherapy that I got like this week. That was amazing.
It reminds me of a wart that I had on my finger that I was destroying for the past 14 days with like Band-Aids, and like it had to go down because it's a virus. And if I had let it stay, it would get bigger, would have potentially spread.
Boundaries.
And part of my finger took like, because the patch for the salicylic acid was bigger than the actual wart. It was a teeny wart, so it took off like some of my finger too. It was like a little bit of my other finger suffered because of the wart, but now everything is fine.
That overwhelms me.
I feel like that story, like my hand was working fine, all the fingers were good, and then this fucking wart came in, and I was like, you must be taken down.
Okay, Jesse, I want to do a check-in. How do you feel about the fact that this is being recorded? Does it make it feel weird? Like, do we want to switch off?
No, I don't mind it at all. How do you feel?
I think I'm fine with it.
I don't mind at all. I'm gonna go get my weed though and get high. Also, I have therapy in 24 minutes.
Oh, it's the Friday curse. I always forget.
Friday curse.
I just want to be there with you. I want to snuggle you while you're doing therapy and then just
Oh my
like, go, like
God.
eat the tacos that you dip in the sauce.
Oh my God, how healing would that be for us to go to therapy with the other person just like being there? Just like witnessing it and being like, oh, yep, I'll remember that for them in the future.
Oh, that's so cute. I feel like that's maybe bad boundaries, but it's really cute.
It couldn't be like an all the time thing. It would be like, we're going in to talk about this specific thing and we're getting support from this person for this specific thing because it's hard and it needs long-term pillar.
Oh, gotcha. They're like there for the therapies. I was picturing that they're just like, I care about you so much that I just want to have all the information I can. I'm like, I don't know about that. I think those people have their own work to do. But yeah, for specific things.
Yeah, I don't think either of us would really enjoy that or find it like fun. Like I think that's like our own personal time to like
This is the first boundary you and I have ever come across in our relationship.
that we wouldn't
We're
sit
like,
for each other's
we're not
therapy sessions. I'm not saying I wouldn't either. I'm just saying that isn't how I'd enjoy spending my time necessarily unless it was like formulated for a specific purpose.
The fact that we're even talking about this just blows my mind. We're so
That's why you put your note up. You're like, goodbye. I need to, should I do my pen? I guess I'll just do my pen. Look at this little doggy advent calendar for Casper.
Oh,
I forgot to
it's
give
so
the day
cute.
to what it is.
Wait, dude, I feel like,
It's
can
a
I
food
ask you?
bowl with a little bowl on it, a little bone.
Yay.
I guess I'll come to you.
Casper, your advent calendar. Oh, cool pants. I love your pants.
Yeah, that's the good stuff, huh? Oh, my coffee.
I love
Oh,
different
coffee. The day is so late. Dude, I stayed in bed until 2 a.m. I stayed up until 4 a.m. in my bed watching videos of these young girls called Nikki and Gabby. And they remind me of Katie and me. One of them is like edgy, but they're twins. One of them is edgy and one of them is like pretty girl. And they just like do these weird videos and stuff. And I could not stop watching them. I was mesmerized by them
Okay.
from like 12 to 4 a.m.
You know, there is not really a night that goes by that right before bed. I mean, okay, there are plenty of nights that go by, but if I could make a choice, there would not be a night that goes by that I do not.
Kristen Stewart.
It used to be for years. She was my main depression healing tool. Her and Annie Clark, they really helped me through my depression a lot. Like if I hadn't had them online to look at, I don't know where joy would have been coming from in my life. Truly. Oh, damn. Thank you. Thank you for existing. Thank you for the work you do. Thank you. I honor you. You queer icons. I love you.
Kristen Stewart. Thank you. We give thanks for you.
No, but I go now. My thing is Trixie Mattel.
Wait, who is that?
She's an amazing drag queen. I'm completely in love with her. She makes like makeup videos and doll videos and like easy bake oven videos. And she's just like good natured fun, even though she's like so filthy and perverted like me. And she just gives like real life. She recently had a video come out. She's had an amazing career and she's one of like the most famous drag queens ever. And she just had a video come out where she talks about a doll that they made of her. Like the company that made a RuPaul doll made a doll of her, and she literally bawls for like 6 minutes. And it's like, she says that when she was a kid, she used to go to the doll store and she used to hold the dolls where it was like the paper box with like the clear front, and she would put the doll right up to her face and she would look inside the clear plastic because she wanted to live in the world that the doll was in, because her reality was just straight up suffering and horrible abuse from her stepdad. And so she just looked in there and she was like, I'm in the world of the dolls. Like that was her escape. That was her everything. And like for her to have a doll made out of her, she was just so emotional and it was so real and it was so visceral that she had like seen something in the world that truly inspired her. And then she let nothing stop her in her path to embody it fully and give it as a gift that literally helps me with my mental health. Is so lighthearted, is so straightforward, is so deeply needed. That is just such a thing. And you know what? Trixie has no shame. She has no shame. Like she's such a good example of somebody who was just like unraveling that spiral. They're like, no, I will not get caught in that vortex. I will move forward with my life. I love dolls and I love makeup and I fucking love tits and I'm gonna be Dolly Parton and you can suck it.
Dude, this is where we get our power from. Wherever we start to feel powerless, we can be like, where's the shame? Because I bet we'll be able to find it. I fucking bet we'll be able to find shame. And if we can locate it and dispel it, then our power can come back to us. This is a huge tool to fight the oppressor. And this comes in really large scale too when we talk about big issues like coronavirus or racism, systemic historical racism. Locate the shame, destroy it like the wart on my finger.
Which really loops around to the kind of Clementine Morgan conversation and what you were saying about cancel culture. It's not the way out because it is a culture that enhances shame both in ourselves and in other people. We're casting shame, we're catching shame. It's just shame, shame, shame. And it's a fear motivated game where you're just trying to avoid all of the shame.
There's no healing in it. There's absolutely no healing to be found in shame.
It's just taking
it's just like worry. It's a useless emotion. It's part of the goo of fear. Shame, worry.
It's the poo of fear. It's the poo of fear. It's literally taking your own like just garbage and then just throwing it on someone. It's like, let water purify you. What would be what's water in this metaphor?
Breath.
Wow. That's so real and so fucking deep. Breath washes the shame poo.
That be the poo poo. Breathe it away. I would get that tattooed on me somewhere. I would get like a silly tattoo somewhere.
No, Jessie, no.
Happy to poo poo.
No.
That be the poo
Oh. Oh my god. Okay, I watched the shittiest movie on Netflix yesterday. It was so bad. It was like a Christmas movie that but it was so good though. It gave me such a feeling of joy in my heart even though I hated so many things about it. It was called, wow, this is bad that I can't remember the title. Like bad for their marketing team. So I don't know, but it was like
I love what you just said. I love how you can put any shame on yourself. You're like, pat on them that I forgot it.
not my fault. Woo!
Oh, I love that. I actually don't completely agree with it, but like I love that energy.
You're so polite. I actually don't completely agree with that. You're actually delusional. So yeah, but anyway, it's so cute.
No, I really love the energy of it. You're just like, that's a marketing issue. I don't know.
It is. We're on different sides. A to D. Okay, but Jennifer Coolidge comes in and she's a clown, and she's a clown with no shame. And Jennifer Coolidge is so good at clowning without shame, and she brings such light. Like I would watch that movie again just to watch her performance in it again. Every single moment was iconic. I was bursting out laughing, and this is me at like 1 a.m. in my house exhausted, and I'm bursting out laughing. Like she energized me so much. Thank you. Another guide. You inspire us. We love you. We honor you.
So many guides. Dude, this is what I'm learning to do on like a big scale when I start this intuition course, is learning how to tap into, like, this is the stuff that I will be able to control and stuff that you could too if you ever wanted to be doing this. You are very similar to me. But you can control when you wanna, and you already kind of do this already, but you can control when you want to tap into someone else's guides, like what you want to hear from their guides, because you've done that for me multiple times.
I do it for my birth clients a lot.
Yeah, that's something that you're already controlling then a lot without, you don't even know, I guess, the labels of it or what you're doing, but there are labels exactly for what you're doing. And you're farther along on the process than I am because I can't control that.
What is that called?
I would guess that you're probably the same as that is called. That's just training your intuition.
Mhm.
I think I'm sure it would fall under a mixture of the clairs. I don't know how it like reveals itself in your body, if it's through like a feeling or through like a vision, or I'm guessing that similar to me, you're probably like all the clairs.
I'm clairaudient, I'm clairsentient, I'm clairvoyant. Those for sure. I sometimes get messages in the form of words. It's usually like a few words or a short phrase, and they come like it's like burning in my consciousness. Like there's a sentence. It's literally like an answer. That's really cool. I like when that happens. I like when it's
I
words.
love that. It's so clear. You're claircognizant too, I think.
Ooh, what's that?
It's like knowing. It's kind of like that.
There's
It's
some
just like, you know.
cognizant. These
It's
are
almost like in a relationship where all of a sudden the tables have turned, but nothing has happened, but you just like know something is up.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, of course. Yeah, sometimes I get visuals. Sometimes I have dreams. Sometimes I have premonitions. Yeah, sometimes
Do
I
you
have.
happen to like M's guides? Do you ever like when you're trying to figure out like a way? Because some like I've been realizing lately, like the other night, I was like, should I hang out with Nico or not? Because I kind of wanted to, but I was trying to figure out what he needed because I knew how ungrounded he was. So I kind of like tried to tap into his guides, and the guys were like, give him some time, man. They were like, not tonight. Not tonight. Like,
I guess I feel like the reason I haven't done that is because I feel like with somebody I'm really close to, like you or M, the connection is so direct. I don't have to tap into your guide. I can just tap into you. I can literally just call you in my mind and be like, Jesse, or like, are you available right now? Like, are you okay? What are you feeling? Are you afraid? Are you feeling good? Is abundance in your life? I just know that already. So I don't have to ask the guides, but with birth clients, I don't know them as well. So their guides can help me access like the channel that you and I have already opened up, you know?
Mm, that's so true.
And mostly I really,
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
go ahead.
No, I want to hear what you're gonna say.
Well, mostly I really do talk to guides because I'm asking for their compassionate support.
You're in prayer. You're in prayer mode a lot of the time, which
A
is
lot.
so beautiful. You're in like prayer flow. I've been trying to make that, I'm trying to incorporate that into my life and like have my life be like a living prayer.
Yes, that's beautiful. That has been my reality. And dude, it's just gotten to the point where this sounds so crazy, but the best way I can put it is it feels like everything is at my fingertips because the amount of spiritual support that is just launching me into each moment, everything I ask for, they directly answer. And like 98% of the time, it's like immediately fulfilling the need. And in the times when it's not, this is also white privilege. And like, this is also like a lot of stuff, like this is a politicized thing, but I guess there were times when I wasn't so in touch with them. There were also times when I was a kid, I'm not going to lie. And sometimes I don't know how to spiritually reckon with this, that I was praying to them over and over and over. And just all of the like really high voltage stuff that was happening and being like, please make it stop, please make it stop. And I remember you like praying like for your mom back and things like that. Like it gets to such a sensitive place because I am in this moment now where like they are saying yes. And I don't fully understand what the difference is between now and like when I was a pure child. Like, I don't think that that's for me to suss out. Like, I don't know.
Dude, I think of this a lot, and something just dawned on me as you were reciting all this to me. How could we have not had our story. Like that was our story that built who we are as adults, that changed the way that we move through the world, that gave us the desires that we have. Like if there was an ultimate life plan, it had to do with what we experienced as children and what we had no choice over. And that created what we foundationally needed to have choice over, how you needed to be in this apartment in Berlin, how I needed to get to this apartment and live on my own.
Yeah. Yeah. I always come back to that. Like, why does so much of it have to be fear motivated? I mean, is it kind of, well, this also kind of gets into something I was thinking about in the bathroom this morning. Like, I just kind of was thinking, okay, listen, free will is very real. And free will is a complete illusion, because I had premonitions as a young child of things that happened like 14, 15 or more years later. So how was that like if I saw it already, it's all happened already. It's a simultaneous experience. Like the wires are crossed. So
the time is so not, I wish that I had a picture of what time looked like in my mind geographically. Because
sometimes I think that the shape of thought, like if you could have like a 4D map of the thoughts of everyone and how like emotion and energy carries between like people and things, that actually that like ball of energy, that would be like, that's my visual of time.
Oh my God.
Like it's everything talking to each other, like spontaneously, but also sometimes ordered, but also disorganized.
I believe that's so strong. That makes so much sense to me. I don't know how to think of that spatially still, but like esoterically, that makes so much sense.
Well, maybe spatially, and I just talking out of my ass here. I haven't thought this far through, but maybe we're like neurons in the brain. Well, brain is such a like convenient metaphor. There's no way that it's that simple that you could boil it down and just be like, we're neurons in a brain. But I was wondering, why do we experience things in a line? And it's like, maybe because we're moving, but what are we moving through if time is not a line? What are we moving through?
What are we moving through? It reminds me of that metaphysical thing where something changes right here and that impacts something that happens completely on the outside of the sphere of the universe. I forget what that word is.
The butterfly effect?
What?
The butterfly effect?
That might be it. I think that's like the slang term for it. But I think that's
I want the real one. I demand the real term.
But no, we're so connected. It baffles me every day. No, when you say that thing about us like neurons in a brain, I mean, there is always that idea of like we're just smaller and it gets bigger. Like we're literally part of some system that's part of like a bigger system. That's part of like a bigger system. And you see this represented in art a lot of the times. Artists try to communicate this through paintings I've seen, or like Russian doll figurines. But
Russian dolls.
What are we, I like your direction of what are we going through though? Are we going, what is that space? It's almost like we are the light going through our shadow.
Okay, because that works on a lot of levels. Because like of how the English language has like spontaneously, like by no coincidence, probably arisen with this phrase, what you're going through, to mean like what is challenging in your life, or like what is like what you're experiencing. And if we like do set ourselves, we can both, but this is the thing, we can both be the light going through the shadow, and we can also be the shadow going through the light. I mean, if you were in the center of like a community aid, like community revision ritual, like in Octavia Butler, you would be the shadow going through the light.
Well, couldn't it all be levels too? Because we know it's not black and white, there's shades of gray. So can't it just be different variations of shadow and light traveling through each other?
Again, we reach this level of simultaneity at which it's impossible to tell whether there's a shape to such thing, and if so, what significance that may have. Or Yeah. It's yeah.
And the shape wouldn't really exist because nothing exists outside of energy itself. So I guess in this plane, there's a function for it, like a physical kind of fun human mathematical way that things exist. But in the metaphysical and esoteric, like this shape that I'm looking for of what time is, it doesn't even exist, probably.
Did you just hear music? Like a
I think like a car by my house.
Oh, it sounded so musical to me. I'm stoned.
I want to be stoned. Here I go.
I'm gonna eat food. I want some bird.
Love you.
Food. Woo! I love food. Don't you love how human life is just like, I love food, just juxtaposed next to like, what is the nature of time?
My life right now is masturbation juxtaposed with that. I masturbate nonstop at this point in my life.
Yes, it's so healthy.
I give myself insane amounts of pleasure. And something I was like ruminating on yesterday is I was kind of like really wanting to be around Nico and like the comfort of his body and stuff. And then that gave me like a feeling of like wanting like deep, like the deepest form of security, like the safest form of security I could ever give myself. And so I went to my bedroom and I spent time with myself. It's so weird. When I was younger, if I would ever feel like lonely or need security, I'd like reach out to something. But like, I feel so safe with myself. I just love, I'm like, that's where the ultimate security is. Anytime I could ever, like, of course, sometimes I feel lonely and I just want like a body next to me and this and that. But like for deep, like security and like loving, like feeling towards myself, I really give it to myself good. Like just me in my bedroom with some music, with some dirty laundry to hump. With the ability to, also I need some time. If I only have like 30 minutes or like an hour, it's gonna stress me out. I'm gonna need a chunk of time where nothing is happening. And if all these things, if I can just have that, it was such a good feeling for me, feeling like security is not something that's dependent on the outside world and that it's just with me.
That's incredible and makes me absolutely overjoyed to hear. Overjoyed. And you know what? I can relate in a certain sense. I have the thought like on the regular, like I take such fucking good care of myself. Come on. Like I'm like, oh, I love how I take care of myself. God damn. Like, yes. I like open the fridge, there's food in it. I like go to bed at night. I'm like tucking myself into like a freshly, like my bed has been made. I have lavender spray on my pillow. I have my sweet darling cat tucked in next to me who I take like really, really great care of. And I'm just like, yes, I'm loving myself, actively loving myself. I feel like so much of my message to the world is like love as practice.
Actively loving yourself. You know, I love that song by John Mayer that's Love is a Verb. Love is a verb. It's an active thing.
I don't know that song, but I agree with the title completely.
Oh, you should listen to it. John Mayer, Love is a Verb. My dear, therapy calls me and I'm sad about it because this is the most fun stuff ever.
I
But
know.
I know.
Look,
I'm guessing you're not going to be awake in an hour because it's going to be midnight there.
I don't have anything to wake up for tomorrow, so I'm definitely gonna chill for a little bit. So you could maybe check in after. If I'm
I'll check in. If you're awake, we can get high and philosophize about life more.
Amazing. Have such a good therapy session. I love you so much. Mwah. Thank you for taking care of yourself.
You're the best. You're the best. I love you. Thank you for gracing my life with your gemminess. Your fucking gemminess.
Jemmy and Jesse to the end. Mwah.
I love you.
Ping and emojis, finger tats, guacamole. Thank you so much for listening. Please like and subscribe. If you want to stay in touch with Jem, subscribe to my email list on rainbowdoulaberlin.com. That's rainbowdoula berlin.com. And follow me on Instagram at gem_rainbow_healing.
To stay in touch with Jess, please go to roottwinkle.com. That's ROOTWINKLE.com.